Hello, it's May 1st, and I would like to recap what was happening in April. I started my journey on April 11th, and ever since I was traveling with a bicycle all along the coastline of Spain, starting from Cadiz, and I arrived all the way to Adra, which as well encapsulates more than 500 kilometers in total of my travels. Coming here to Adra, I actually crossed 560 kilometers, and yes, I think it's a good day to actually recapitulate what happened in the past 20 days or what happened in the last 500 kilometers. Basically, I started this journey without a bicycle. I flew to Spain. I didn't have a bike. I bought my bike in Sevilla, where I was flying from Barcelona. In Sevilla, I was in contact with one store, and in the end, I ended up purchasing bicycle from Burita Bike. And I would like to thank very nice gentlemen over there who actually managed to prepare the bicycle and everything in less than 2 hours. Because since I arrived, I said, okay, I want to buy it, I need it now, and they immediately went to make the first service on the bicycle. After that, I came to Cadiz. I started my journey from there. It was definitely not an easy journey, especially from the beginning, because most of the time the wind was blowing directly to my chest and it was slowing me down. I was losing a lot of energy, and that was giving me a lot of frustration. But in the end, there are a couple of things that I learned during this past 20 days or past 500 kilometers. One of the most important thing is probably always follow your instinct. I'm just going to give you a short example of that, what happened a couple of days ago when basically I did only 15 kilometers. I arrived to this very nice city, and there it was very nice and sunny, but if I was looking more forward, I saw a lot of clouds, and it even seemed that it was raining. My instinct was telling me, okay, stay in this city. Even though you just made 15 kilometers, it doesn't matter, stay in this city. 1 hour later, there was a really big rain shower, and I was very lucky that I was actually under the roof. The second thing that I learned during this journey is that if you go just one step ahead of time, if you slow down the things, you're going to enjoy life a little bit more. Why am I telling you that? The reason is because just recently I was living a completely different lifestyle. I was working for a big corporation, and I didn't took enough time to actually slow down my life and just sit down and look what is around me. I was just like rushing every day. You need to do this, you need to do that. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's eat there. Let's have fun with this. So it was all the time just something on the schedule. You have the schedule, you have the calendar, and you have to fulfill all of the things on the calendar. Now, I'm, especially with the bicycle ride, when I'm probably the slowest one on the road. I mean, apart from the pedestrians, but you usually don't see so many pedestrians on the road. Since I'm the slowest, I have the most opportunity to actually observe what is happening around me, what is going on, like what is on the floor. I even saw an octopus on the main road. Probably someone dropped it out or something like that. So who in the car could have seen something like this? Nobody. These are two main things that I learned so far from this journey. Every morning I'm learning much more. Of course, I'm learning a lot about Spanish culture, where, especially here in Andalusia, it seems that nothing functions, like not even people do not function before 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it's about 8 o'clock, and I mean, even the supermarket doesn't open before 9. Who would say that? Andalusian people take everything very, very slowly, which is something that is really good for the life. Yeah, you come to the restaurant, you order a food, you will have to wait for at least 20 minutes. Well, 20 minutes to order, and then who knows how much time more to deliver your food, because they just take everything one step ahead of the time. They just enjoy the life as it is, because that's what life should be, and that's what I believe as well. Take care, safe travel, and see you soon. I'm finally in Almeria, and I had a really tough day behind me. I mean, today it's 1st May, it's the Labor Day, so everybody should actually enjoy it. But for me, it was a lot of work to actually come here. It was about 40-something kilometers to arrive here, but it was very painful 40 kilometers because after breakfast and after I put everything on my bike, the wind started to blow. So once when I reached the road, the wind started blowing directly to my chest again, and it was very tough because it was very hard wind. I checked on the sea coast and I could see how we usually call it in Croatian, that there were actually ships on the sea. Why do we call it a ships? Because if you check the sea and you see these little white waves, that's what we call a ships, and then you know that the wind is blowing really fast. Because of that, I decided not to do the whole half island. So I decided just to go straight, not to do it like this, but to go straight to Almeria. And there are actually two reasons for that. One reason is because of this very strong wind, so I was hoping that if I go inland that the wind is not going to blow so fast at least. And then on the other hand, this whole half island has basically nothing to see because it's full of the winter plastic or glass houses where you grow the plants for, or the food, vegetables, fruits and everything. And the whole area, if you enter, and if something gets broken on my bike, I would probably be stuck over there because there is not even a service, there is not even a gas station, nothing. It's completely just for these plastic houses. One of the information that I found out about these plastic houses, it's the biggest area in the whole Spain where they grow these plastic houses. Well, where they grow the vegetables in the plastic houses or the glass houses. And because of all of that reflection that this white plastic is giving to the sun, they actually, instead of increasing the temperature, they actually managed to decrease the temperature for 1.5 degree Celsius, which scientifically it's very interesting. I mean, we are talking about global warming, but here they managed to reduce it just because of that. Let me tell you what happened today on the road. So first thing what happened, I was riding all the time in between the highway and in between those plastic houses, which was perfect road because there were not so many cars, not so many trucks, of course, a lot of wind, but okay. And then at one point I reached a part of the road where the trucks started to come in. And that was the part of the road that actually did not even have this additional line for the bicycles. So I was really on the road and the trucks really had to take care of me, or I had to actually think about the trucks to get more on the side, which was very hard. So I decided, okay, I checked the map and I saw that there are a lot of those inside roads in between those plastic houses or the glass houses, and I got in. And at one moment I just felt this uneasy feeling, uncomfortable feeling, and I checked behind me and I saw a man following me. I mean, maybe he was on the same road, but since there were so many of those roads, and when I turned to one of the streets, he kept following me and I really felt uncomfortable. So in the end, I really quickly checked on the map and I saw the way how I can go back to that public road. So I immediately started going to that direction, and the man kept following me. And of course, I didn't feel very comfortable. I mean, you are in between all of those plastic houses. You have no one to call for help in case something might happen. Maybe it was just my fear talking, or my defensive system that I developed during 3 years of my living in Brazil. But I was just not feeling very comfortable in that situation. So finally, when I reached the public road, he was still behind me. He was much slower than me. I managed to cycle much faster, which was actually an incredible thing. And once when I reached that part, there were some coffee shops and everything. The man actually passed by me, and he just gave me that very bad look, and I just felt that something was wrong with that. I stayed there. I had to recover my breath and everything, and of course, surrounded by people, I felt more comfortable. Once when I hit the road again, at one point, this is already the second story, nothing bad happened. So in the second story, actually, since it was really narrow road, I stopped just to let him pass by me, and he stopped next to me, and we started talking. And I mean, I don't like judging people by the looks, but from what I could get, it's basically that he was probably a homeless man going from one city to another, traveling on the road. And we had really nice conversation about the weather, about the wind, about what's nice to see on the road, and where is the next coffee shop that you can actually get something to drink and recover and everything. And in the end, I mean, this humble man actually shared one piece of the information that was probably, I mean, for him it was probably a very important one. He actually shared an information where I can sleep before coming to here, where I can basically wild camp in one of the cities, Agua Dulce, which is about 10 kilometers away from here. And I mean, this is a piece of the information that it might be very valuable. I mean, he probably thought that I might not reach the city, or whatever reason might be behind sharing this information with me. It was probably the only thing that he could share, and he decided to share it with me. But as you can see, I managed to reach the city. I managed to book this nice hostel, and I'm sleeping in my bed tonight. I'm not going to do wild camp. Take care, safe travel, and talk to you tomorrow.